Hey, you guys. I miss you. I know I just talked to you yesterday, but I'm feeling a little better, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a more positive video today. So, I wanted to talk to y'all about. Y'all are like, this girl bite bullet in the mud. But I'm not. I just be going through it sometimes, but I still come back to my senses in the end. Okay, y'all. So, first of all, I want to talk to y'all about my visions in my head. This one is kind of not necessarily what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the positive videos. This is just this is not positive or negative. It's just a realization. Okay, so in the past, when I dealt with my daughter's dad, I went through a lot with him, and I was going through changes, trying to heal, a lot of different steps I had to take to fix myself. I had to be patient with myself because it took a lot of time, because it was very traumatic what I went through with him. Just the whole everything since before she was even born. It was just a lot of toxic things happening. And it just built up to what had happened in the end, where we left each other alone. And, I had a therapist and everything. I was crying every day. I reached out, or, I tried to get a therapist because I knew that something was wrong with me, or I knew that I needed help. So, I went out of my way to try to heal myself in so many different ways. So that was the whole thing. So that was back in 2021 when that happened, and then on to 2022, or was it 2021? The 2021 ended, and it was a new year. Let me see, July, 2021, 2022. How did that go? But whatever it was. But during those months where we was completely separated, and I didn't even have the energy or feeling or nothing in my spirit wanted to have any communication with him, because I was so broken. I was so broken at everything that I went through. So, during that time, I was using all that time to heal myself and find different ways to get over what I had went through. And I pretty much succeeded with that. And I was starting to be content with being alone. And I was content and happy and at peace alone with my baby. And then, I allowed them back in my life, meaning him and his family or whatever, or back in her life, or whatever, however you want to put it. Me and him started messing with each other again after I already healed myself from those things. You know what I mean? So it was so much strength I had to gain to even heal myself in the first place. But then I basically backtracked 1,000% and went right back to what hurt me in the first place. And so that's why I be so hurt and emotional about. But it is my fault for doing that. But when I have to understand that everybody is not built the same way. I found out later that during this time that I was taking to heal myself and get better and go to therapy and pray and be close to God and build meaningful relationships and be a good mother and navigate through my life in a healthy way, navigate motherhood and all that stuff. When I was doing all these things, he was doing the opposite. He was still on what he was on, with females and stuff, and, not caring about himself, and, everything the opposite of what I do. We just on totally different levels all the way. And So when he came back into my life, he gave me that energy. He didn't give me my energy that I was putting out into the world. So it made me go backwards. You know, I didn't know that. I would think that, you know, when certain things happen, and everybody don't have the same mindset. That's all I'm saying. And I realized that he didn't, and he still doesn't have the mindset that I have regarding life, respecting women, respecting human beings, respecting parenthood or anything. He's just really immature in his brain. So he don't understand what's really important in life yet. And, you know, it was obvious, and it still is obvious in the way that our relationship is so terrible, and it's so toxic, and it's so unhealthy, and it's nothing I can really do to fix that. All I can really do is try my best to ignore him and just keep him in the place he should be in, which is my daughter's dad, and that's it. And me and him don't have to have any connection, because it's not about me and him. It's about him having a relationship with his daughter, and that's it. And that's how I should have left it in the first place. So I'd be so hurt, because a baby mama, or a baby's mother, if people feel disrespected by that word, you know, I don't really care, but the only thing we would ever really want is to be at peace with our child's father and have a successful, healthy environment and relationship with the person we had a kid with, because nobody really wants to step outside of that family unit and ruin it. And then now, you know, nobody want, you know, my baby has a specific relationship with her dad. And it's a really weird situation when you have to leave the dad alone. But this is normal, obviously, right? I don't want to have to leave him alone and mess with someone else, but I know that's what I'm going to do, because I can see what is coming of this and what has been coming of this situation for years. So it's no way for me to go back to that ever again. But I would have wished that I could make it work, but I couldn't make it work, because there's no way that it would ever work. There's no way that I could continue to put myself or my child through certain things, because what kind of mama would I be to do that, you know? Regardless of, because I already know what I need, and what I need in my soul, and what's going to hurt my soul and break me, then that's going to hinder me from being a efficient mother to my child, which is more important than my child's father. My child's father is not as important to me as my child, and that's just what it is. And that's, you know, there's no questions about that, obviously. So, you know, I realized that I can't put my faith in anybody else, and I can't go backwards and assume that people change like you do, like I do, if nobody is built like me. We're all unique human beings. We all have different levels of maturity, and everything is totally different within ourselves, within one another. Everybody is different, I mean. So, you know, and that was my fault for believing and continuing to believe and trying again, like I've been doing for years, to make it work. And, you know, I've come to the realization that I can't make it work, and I refuse to be depressed and sad and down. But, you know, it's always a weird situation where, you know, my mom and dad didn't work out. They had a toxic relationship, but it was the opposite. So my mom was the cheater, and my dad was me, basically. But I don't think it was ever as bad as what I go through, or what I do, or what happens with me and him. Their relationship was nothing like this. But I know emotionally and mentally it was, though, because I could see it. Even though I was small, I could see how drained they were, you know, internally. But I know they didn't go through what I go through, so thank God they didn't. But, you know, since I saw, I experienced firsthand how it feels to have your parents break up, and you see them together initially, and then you're heartbroken because you don't want them to break up. But then now, because you love both of your parents, and you want to be with them together. And I remember at certain times where my baby would be like, that's mommy and that's daddy, and mommy and daddy and stuff like that, when we together, all together as a family or whatever, right? Even though we're not a family together, we're separate. But we were, quote unquote, supposed to be a family. And then my baby was getting used to that. So, luckily she only 2, but she's super smart and advanced. You would think she's 4, but, I just didn't want to get to the point. I'm just not going to let that get, back how it was, where she would see us together. Just because I don't want her to see that and then be heartbroken when things don't really be together, because we're not together. We're never going to be together. And that's just what it is. And, I never wanted to separate from what was supposed to be a family. And I would never want to be with another male. Oh, I never thought I would want to, but of course now I know in the future when I'm ready and healed, I'm gonna marry someone else. But I'm gonna make sure that person loves and respects my daughter and is safe to be around my daughter and is safe for me and love and respect me and don't want to harm me or my daughter. And of course, I'm gonna have to really get to know this person on a deeper level, if it's not somebody that I already know, because you never know how life turn out. But before I allow myself to marry someone, and that's not her father. So it's just a weird situation. A baby mama would never want, let's just say a mother, because baby mama has a bad connotation or whatever. A mother would never want to have to be outside of the relationship, for the most part, outside of a relationship with her kids' father. But it's no way for you to make that work. If it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. And you can see that based on what happens in the reality if things are not meant to be. You know what I mean? And it's definitely no question about it. It's not meant to be, and it's never going to be meant to be. Nothing I can really do about it. All I can do is try to adjust to what I've been given or the cards I've been dealt. Because regardless of if the cards are in my favor or not, life still goes on, and it's nothing I can really do to change it. All I can do is adapt and move forward, because I'm a grown woman now. And it's like, okay, you can cry about it, but what is that really gonna do? You know what I mean? It's not gonna do anything, because tomorrow is still coming, and you still have a daughter to take care of, and you still breathing, you still have family, you still have a job, and you still have a life, and you still gotta continue on with life, because life continues on. And over time, though I healed myself in the past and I basically broke myself again, I see that I healed myself, though. I never thought that I would ever get over everything that I went through in the past. But I did. And I remember when I realized that, wow, I'm actually free from these feelings and thoughts and this crying and anger and hurt. And I'm free from it, and I'm bubbly, and I'm happy again, and I'm, enjoying my life, and I'm content with having my small family with my baby, and I'm content, from the bottom of my heart, I was content. But some people don't understand or think to care about what other people go through, and they come and mess it up. And I took the chance to jeopardize my healing because I allowed that to happen, and it wasn't nobody else's fault. I allowed that. I tried it again. So, but luckily, I'm realizing it now before I make another grave mistake, which I'm not saying my baby was never a mistake, but the fact that I had my baby with a certain person was not a very good choice. But I love her to death, and I wouldn't trade her for anything. So maybe what I went through was needed, and it just helped me get stronger, you know. I am stronger, and I did make a lot of changes in my life. And I did get myself together, and I did become more responsible and everything. So it's like, okay, well, I went through this, and it was hurting, and it was painful, but something beautiful came out of it. I got a house for my baby. I got a car. I'm able to provide for myself and my baby. And what more could a mama want? I'm able to tuck her in at night. I'm able to take her a bath in our own home. We're able to dance and have fun and eat and giggle and watch movies together and stuff. And that's what makes me happy. So, you know, though I went through certain things, those things helped me see life from a different perspective and see my decisions and my choices from a different perspective. And now I can see a little more clear. I am really forgiven, and then I try to forgive what I went through, and I believed in my soul that it could be different, but sometimes things just don't change, and that's okay. And I can't make them change. All I can do is adjust, like I said. It's going to be okay regardless. Things are not always the way we want them to be. And life is not fair. But that's life, though. And one day, I'll be blessed with someone that is thinking the way I'm thinking. And that does respect relationships and parenthood and life and connection and everything. And then one day I'm gonna forget all about this. Like, I don't even remember feeling that. I remember when I did get over it in the past, and I literally forgot how I was feeling. I could remember the things that were happening that was hurting me, but I forgot how I was feeling in my heart. Because when I was going through the healing process in the past, whenever I would think of anything, I would feel it in my heart. Super duper duper strong, like it just happened like 1 minute ago type of thing. But then I realized after months went on, after so many therapy sessions, after so many prayers, and after so many Bible studies, the pain was literally gone. Like, and I couldn't even believe it was just a random day out of nowhere where I realized, okay, I'm thinking about this thing that happened in the past where I was crying and screaming and, you know, bawling my eyes out on the floor type of thing. I'm thinking about this exact incident right now, months later, and it's not triggering my heart to feel anything. So I'm obviously healing or healed to the point where you wouldn't even know I went through this. Besides me having this in my memory, but in my heart is the wound is closing up, basically. And that's how I was feeling in the past. I'm like, wow, I actually got over this. And I always felt like I can never get over this. Why did I do this to myself? What did I do to deserve this? And this is so painful, and I just wish it could go away. And it went away. And time really be healing the pain, literally. And I know for a fact I'm gonna get over this, and one day I'm gonna look up again and it's gonna be like, oh, I remember this, but I don't even feel it no more. And now I'm just filled with love and peace and happiness. And now my baby is growing up, and now she's going to school, and I can take her to school. Now I know her teachers. Now she got little friends coming over. Now she's spending time with my niece, and the people that are her real family is really around her, and I can watch them grow together, and I can grow together with them, and we're all happy. Or now I'm married, and my new husband has accepted my daughter or accepted my family, everybody around me, and we feel at peace, and it's not no hostility and anger and rage and hate and pain. And I can be feminine and free and soft, and I don't have to be afraid to be soft. And I can, I can cry without feeling like I don't need to cry over this person. Or I can cry and express myself and be vulnerable because this person is not out to hurt me. Or this person really cares about my heart. Or this person really understands, and I understand how they feel too, and I'm there for them too. And it's reciprocated. And one day it's going to be like that. And I'm going to be like, girl, now what did you do to deserve this? It's like, and God really going to bless me. And I already know it's going to be okay. I only ask for simple things. I just want a peaceful life. And I want to work out, and I want to do yoga, and I want to adventure, and I want to travel, and I want to be happy, and I want to be committed and feel safe in a relationship. And I don't want to feel like someone's out to get me. I don't want to feel like I gotta find out what's going on behind my back. I don't want to feel like somebody is betraying me. I want things to be how they should be. The simple things that any woman would want. You know what I mean? I just want to be able to be vulnerable. Because a lot of the time, women can be vulnerable, especially a woman with kids. A lot of males try to take advantage of women with kids. We're already emotional and open because we got babies. So now everything revolving around our baby, we so protective over what's ours or whatever. It's hard to open up. And then when you do open up, you open up all the way. You would hope that no one will want to do you bad, but people be doing you bad. That'd like really be sad, but that's just how life be. But one day it's gonna be okay. One day somebody gonna do me how I do them, and I'm gonna be safe. And that's all I ever wanted. You know what I mean? And it's okay. People be immature. People minds don't be developed like you would think they should be. But maybe one day it will change. And hopefully in the future that person is able to have a healthy relationship and experience what I experienced, whether that be with someone else that I don't know. And I would hope it's obviously not gonna be me, but I would hope that person would treat the other woman the way that they should and not hurt nobody else, because I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I don't have no hate towards no females. There's no reason to feel no hate, because females are usually ignorant and innocent, because the females that the males cheat with don't even know. They don't even know better. They think it's just them, just like I would. You know what I mean? And that's just how it be. But so I don't have no hate towards no females. I don't even have no hate towards no males. I just have resentment, which I'm praying and hoping that God removes from my heart. And that's all I can really do. But I know it's gonna be okay, y'all. I'm glad I'm a little more calm. I just wanna, this morning was kind of bad for me. And I was thinking throughout the day and reading scriptures, and I had a Bible study at lunch, which made me a little more leveled. So I think I'm gonna need a Bible study at least 2 to 3 times a week to help me. And with different people, because whenever I have Bible studies, it really builds my relationship with the person I'm having a Bible study with. And, I love that. Only people I really have Bible studies with is like one of my best friends, and then my grandma. So You know, I really appreciate them. I appreciate them praying with me and praying for me, and we praying together and stuff like that. I appreciate the love that I receive from the people in my life that really matter. People that really worry about me and my baby are really there for us. You know what I mean? The real, genuine people that's really for me. You know, God really blessed me with people that really genuinely care for me, and I'm so appreciative that I have those people. And you know, I went through so much in the past, and I continue to go through so much, and the people are still there for me, and it's constant. You know, I love the constant support, and I love the constant friendship that never fades away. I feel like when I read in the Bible, girl, I was so emotional. Okay, I don't know, I'm so emotional. I think my time in the month coming. But when I read in the Bible about true friends, or about, you know, brothers that's born for a time in need and all that type of stuff, or reading the Bible scriptures about love and compassion and loving one another, the people that pop in my head is either my family or my friends. And that's how you know you really got good friends, because a lot of people don't have friends that are beneficial, or that are really there. They just have people that they associate with, which is nothing in reality. But I actually have real friends that really are there. They're really there and really invested. And I'm really invested too. You know what I mean? Because I'm really genuine in my heart, and my heart is pure. No matter how many times it get hurt, it's no way that I can, you know, change, because that's just who I am. And I feel like that's why I always go backwards, because I want to believe that things are a certain way, or things can be a certain way, or people can be like me, or think or feel like me. But everybody can't feel like me. You know what I mean? But really though, I never had any ill intentions with anybody in my life, and I still don't. And I really love with my whole heart, and I really appreciate people that reciprocate that to me. You know what I mean? Because that's real love. And real love don't have to be romantic. And you know, I hope that the people that I love feel the same way about me, and me being there for them, because I want to reciprocate my love, because I really do love them, you know. But yeah, y'all, it's a long video. I didn't know this video was gonna go this way, but it's okay. It was a long video. I have other videos too. I just want to be vulnerable. I'm such an emotional, and I'm so soft and emotional, and I just feel like I just can't express that. And I feel so guarded, and like I just hate when I get in that mode where my heart is not open, because I'm afraid, and I'm hurt, and I'm angry, and I'm crying, and I'm yelling, and I'm angry. But I'm more angry because I don't want to show my feelings that much, or I really just express my sadness through anger, and I hate that. You know what I mean? I don't want to be angry. The Bible tells us not to be angry, and that anger and wrath doesn't produce the righteousness that God wants us to, you know, express. That's not from God. And, you know, I don't want to be that way. I want to learn how to let go, you know. But I'm going to learn, y'all. Girl, I be talking so much. That's why I needed a channel. Because, you know, in the past, this is what I always felt in my heart. I always felt so much in my heart. It's like, who gonna listen to me all day? Like, how can I express this? That's why I always felt so in the past, before I made my YouTube, and before, you know, when I would just watch other people's YouTubes all day or whatever, I always felt like I was not doing what I needed to do because I have so much to say and so much to express. And now I'm finally doing it. I'm so happy that I am. But, you know, it's so much inside of me that, you know, I just want to get it out, because it makes me, I don't even know how to explain how I feel when I don't get it out. You know, I just got to get out my emotions, and that helps me move on. It's like, for example, if I'm breathing in, like, that's how I feel when I express how I feel. I breathe in, and me breathing in is symbolizing me expressing all this stuff, and then I breathe out, and then all this pain and stuff is going away and it's flowing down the river. That's how I feel. So it's like, you know, it may seem like I'm going through so much, but that really be helping me. It's really therapeutic for me to express, you know, what's going on inside of me, because it's so much feelings and emotions and stuff. You know, I'm just such an emotional person, and I'm so, you know, I'm just such an emotional person. And, you know, I gotta guard myself to an extent, though, because my emotions are real, and my heart, it is pure. And a lot of people don't care about that. A lot of people's hearts are not pure. A lot of people's emotions are not real. They're real when it's convenient for them, but they're not real. They're not real constant, at a constant rate. They're not real. They're only real at certain times. And the next day, you know, the next night, whatever, you know, it's not real. It's a lot of backstabbing people that don't really care what they do to you. People don't be caring. People don't care. You know what I mean? People are not genuine. You got to make sure. And it's not that you got to make sure you're being genuine to certain people, because you don't want to be, you don't want to be like that, but you just can't allow people into your space if they're not really for you. You know what I mean? That's what I'm starting to understand, that I can't allow everybody into my space, because everybody is not caring. Everybody don't care. Nope. A lot of people don't, for real, for the most part. A lot of people just want to get something from you. And I'm not saying just intercourse, but just anything. Whatever their motives are, a lot of people have motives that are not genuine or pure. You know what I mean? So you gotta think about that before you just go all out and, you know, express your heart and soul to somebody or give your all. You gotta really know this person and watch them and observe and see how they are with certain people and how they are in their personal life and all this stuff, to see if it's worth it. Give your all to someone, or just letting them go, or just, you know, slowly fading away if you don't want to hurt feelings or whatever. At the end of the day, it is what it is. It's your life, so hurt feelings or not, if they don't have genuine intentions, then it don't matter in the first place. I talk so much, y'all. Girl. Okay, it's been 33 minutes. Goodness gracious. I gotta get my other videos out. I gotta wrote down videos and stuff. Okay, y'all. Thank y'all for watching me. I need to pray, though. I've been hurting still. I'm still hurting, but I'm getting over it. But y'all, thank y'all. Y'all pray for me. I'm gonna pray for y'all too. Whatever y'all want me to pray about, just let me know in the comments, okay? And I got you. I'm gonna pray to the Most High, and He gonna help all of us, and we gonna be okay. Everything gonna be okay. Everything take time, and it's okay, though. It's okay. We gotta be patient with ourselves. Be vulnerable with yourself. You know, you deserve it. It's good to be patient. It takes time to heal. Everything is okay. It's okay. It's okay. If you gotta block somebody out for you to heal, then you gotta do what you gotta do, baby. Because people don't respect you regardless. If you gotta block them out, then they must not be respecting you in the first place. You know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta guard your energy, because not in a toxic way, but in a really, caring about yourself in your heart way. You know what I mean? Because that's important. Because nobody gonna care about you if you don't care about yourself. And people can sense when you a people pleaser and you putting them first and they try to take advantage of you, honey bun. You don't want to do that, honey bun. I don't want to do that no more. I used to be a people pleaser, but as I grow older, I'm learning how to stand my ground and do what I need to do to take care of myself first. You know what I mean? Because that's important. And it's not unhealthy unless it's you going too far and you just don't care about nobody and yeah. But y'all, okay, y'all, thank you so much for watching.